The truth no one tells seniors about traveling after 70. There's a kind of freedom that comes with growing older. The freedom to go where you want, when you want, without the rush that once ruled your days. For many, travel becomes a dream finally within reach. The road trips postponed for years, the long walks on beaches you once saw only in postcards, the long-awaited journey to see the world through wiser eyes. But there's something no one talks about enough. Traveling after 70 isn't the same as it was before. It's not just about packing a suitcase. It's about carrying a body that's seen decades, a heart that's loved deeply, and a mind that holds both courage and caution. There's a quiet truth every senior traveler must face. The adventure doesn't disappear, but it changes shape. The miles feel longer now. The airports seem louder. The time zones weigh heavier on your bones. What used to be a small inconvenience can suddenly become a real risk. Yet even in that reality, there's beauty, because wisdom allows you to see what youth often misses. You begin to understand that safety isn't fear, it's love. Love for your own life, for the people waiting back home, and for the journey itself. Too many older travelers head out believing nothing has changed, only to find themselves facing silent dangers they never expected. Exhaustion that lingers, loneliness that bites, health surprises that arrive like unwelcome guests. But awareness doesn't steal your joy, it protects it. But you've earned this season of life. Every sunrise, every moment of wonder. But before you go chasing that next horizon, take a pause. Let's talk about the hidden truths of traveling after 70. The ones that could mean the difference between a trip that renews your soul and one that takes more than it gives. Because wisdom, not youth, is what makes travel truly rich. Number 1, the illusion of endless energy. There's something beautiful about the spirit of those who refuse to slow down. Many seniors step into their 70s still feeling young inside, hearts full of curiosity, minds sharp with stories left to live. You've worked hard all your life, raised families, fought battles, and finally earned the right to explore. So when that spark of adventure calls, it feels natural to answer. You want to prove to yourself, and maybe to the world, that age hasn't dimmed your light. But here's the quiet truth few want to say out loud. The body remembers what the heart tries to forget. The miles that once rolled easily under your feet now ask for more patience, more rest, more care. It's not weakness, it's wisdom written into your bones. Ignoring that wisdom doesn't make you stronger. It only hides the warning signs your body is whispering, waiting for you to listen. There's a subtle danger in believing energy is infinite, especially after 70. You might wake up one morning on a long-awaited trip, ready to see the sunrise over the Grand Canyon, or walk through the streets of Rome. And suddenly, your body says, "Not today." Maybe it's the thin air. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's the exhaustion you brushed aside. What feels like a small fatigue can quickly become dizziness, dehydration, or even a fall. The truth is, the older heart works harder. The lungs take a little longer. The muscles need more time to recover. But none of that means you can't travel. It just means you must travel differently, with reverence, not the world is still waiting for you. But now it asks you to walk through it like an old friend, not a race. Think about how much your body has done for you. Every step you've taken, every storm you've endured, it's carried you faithfully through decades. It deserves your gentleness now. Rest isn't surrender. It's taking breaks, saying no to one more hike, or skipping that late-night dinner isn't weakness, it's wisdom. So many seniors push themselves beyond safe limits, afraid of seeming fragile, but strength isn't measured in how much you endure. It's measured in how wisely you protect what remains. The body speaks in soft tones, a tightening chest, shortness of breath, swollen ankles. It doesn't yell until it's too late. Listen early. Pause when you must. Drink water before you're thirsty. Sit down before you're dizzy. There's also an emotional side to this illusion. When you've waited your whole life to see the world, it feels unfair to admit you need to slow down. But slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means savoring. The sunset looks just as beautiful, whether you stand for it or sit. The laughter of loved ones sounds just as sweet, whether you're hiking or resting by the window. Many of the world's most breathtaking sights aren't on the mountaintop. They're found in the moments you take to breathe, notice, and simply be. Sometimes the most powerful journey isn't in motion but in presence. So before you pack those bags and push yourself through one more itinerary, take a moment to ask yourself, am I chasing the memory of my younger self, or am I honoring who I am today? The answer matters more than the destination, because true adventure isn't about how far you go. It's about how deeply you experience the journey, body and soul together. Your body isn't your limitation, it's your travel companion. Treat it with the care it deserves, and it will carry you farther than you think. But ignore it, and even the shortest trip can become a mountain too high to climb. There's no shame in choosing comfort, no weakness in admitting your limits. Every wise traveler learns that the goal isn't to conquer the journey, it's to complete it with peace, health, and gratitude. You don't need endless energy to live fully, you just need enough strength to keep saying yes to life. Gently, wisely, and with love for the road ahead. Number 2. Hidden health hazards in new environments. When you travel in your 70s, the world still shines with wonder, but it also hides challenges that younger travelers barely notice. What once felt simple, adjusting to new weather, eating new foods, or changing time zones, can quietly become a test for your body in ways you never imagined. The truth is, after 70, even small shifts can have big effects. Airports are a perfect example. Long lines, security checks, rushing between terminals, it's a marathon disguised as a routine. The air is dry, the seats are uncomfortable, and the hours of sitting can lead to leg swelling or even dangerous blood clots. For someone whose circulation isn't as strong as it once was, what feels like harmless travel fatigue can turn into a serious health event. And it doesn't announce itself with warning. It happens quietly until it doesn't. Then there's the environment itself. High altitudes make every breath thinner, and humidity or extreme heat can play tricks on blood pressure. A long day in the sun that once left you tan might now leave you dizzy, dehydrated, and confused. Even air conditioning can cause problems. Sudden temperature shifts can stiffen joints or trigger chest tightness. But here's where wisdom matters. Knowing these risks doesn't mean you have to live in fear. It means you travel with understanding. You prepare differently. You listen to your body before your itinerary. And food. Oh, the joy and the danger of it. New cuisines are part of the beauty of travel, but they can also be a silent trap. A dish rich in sodium might spike your blood pressure. Exotic ingredients can upset a delicate stomach. Even a harmless-looking salad can hide bacteria your immune system can't fight as easily anymore. The adventure of flavor shouldn't cost you a night in the hospital. Many seniors don't realize how much a single change, altitude, diet, or even a strange pillow can disrupt sleep, digestion, or medication schedules. That's the hidden danger. Small things that don't look dangerous at all. You might think it's just one meal, one day, one walk. But for a body that's earned 70 years of life, even one can mean something different now. There's also something invisible at play. Germs and infections that thrive in public places. Airplanes recycle air. Cruise ships and hotels are full of surfaces touched by thousands of hands. Your immune system may not fight like it once did, and an innocent cough or small cut can turn into a serious infection faster than you expect. Carrying hand sanitizer or wearing a mask isn't overreacting. It's an act of care for the life you've built. And let's not forget medications. Crossing time zones can throw off dosage timing. Missing one pill or taking it at the wrong hour can cause dizziness, confusion, or heart rhythm changes. It's not about being forgetful. It's about how travel quietly disrupts routine. Something as simple as keeping medicines in labeled bags or setting phone reminders can protect your peace and your health. Still, none of this should make you afraid to see the world. It should make you wise enough to meet the world with balance. Bring your comfort with you, your water bottle, your healthy snacks, your walking shoes. Sit when you need to. Breathe slowly when you feel overwhelmed. There's courage in knowing when to pause. The goal isn't to travel like you're 25 again. The goal is to travel like someone who's lived long enough to know what truly matters. You don't have to climb every hill or eat every dish. Sometimes, the most beautiful part of a journey is the conversation at the cafe table, the laughter in the park, or the quiet sunrise through a hotel window. Moments that cost nothing and risk nothing but fill everything. The hidden health dangers of travel aren't meant to hold you back. They're reminders that your body and soul deserve gentleness. You've survived storms, raised families, faced pain, and healed. You deserve to explore the world in comfort, not in chaos. So when you travel, don't just plan where to go. Plan how to go. Pack wisdom, pack patience, and pack respect for the body that still carries you to places others only dream of. Because travel, at this age, isn't about proving you can survive the journey. It's about making sure you live beautifully through it. Number 3, the emotional toll of loneliness on the road. There's a strange silence that can follow you, even in the most beautiful places. You can stand before the Grand Canyon, feel the wind on your face, hear the river below, and yet, inside, there's an ache no scenery can silence. It's the quiet weight of being alone. Many older travelers don't talk about it. They plan their trips, book the tours, and tell their families they're fine. But deep down, the silence of a hotel room or the empty seat beside them at dinner can whisper louder than any sound. It's not the kind of loneliness that comes from being unloved. It's the kind that comes from remembering who used to be there. Maybe your spouse was your travel partner. Maybe your best friend used to share these adventures. Maybe it's the small things, a hand to hold during takeoff, someone to laugh with when you get lost, someone who knew what you meant without you saying a word. Those memories travel with you, and sometimes they hurt more than staying home ever could. The world tells you to enjoy your freedom, but freedom can feel heavy when it's not shared. When you reach your 70s, it's not just about seeing places, it's about feeling seen. And that's where loneliness becomes dangerous. Studies show it can affect your heart, your sleep, even your immune system. But beyond the science, it's what it does to the soul. It steals color from moments that should have been golden. You might think, I'm strong enough to handle it. And you are. But strength doesn't mean isolation. Traveling alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. The key is connection. Not just with people you know, but with the people you meet along the way. A kind conversation with a stranger at breakfast, a story shared with a guide, a prayer whispered beside another traveler who's also seeking meaning. These small connections can be the difference between emptiness and joy. There's a special kind of courage in traveling alone after 70. It's not about distance, it's about presence. About showing up for yourself when no one else can. But even then, it's important to tend to your emotional health. as much as your physical safety. Bring reminders of love with you. A photo, a letter, a keepsake that makes a strange hotel room feel like home. Call family often, not because you're lonely, but because their voices keep your heart anchored. And remember, you don't have to do it all alone. There are travel groups made for seniors, where companionship and shared laughter replace the emptiness of solo days. There's no shame in wanting company. Companionship doesn't make you weak. It makes the journey warmer. The danger of loneliness isn't just sadness. It's what it can lead to. Forgetting your worth, losing interest in exploring, or even putting yourself at risk by trusting the wrong people out of a longing for connection. That's why emotional awareness is just as vital as physical care. Know what your heart needs before you go. Be honest about your limits, not out of fear but love for yourself. And if you do travel alone, make it an act of healing. Visit places that soothe your spirit, not just impress your eyes. Sit in quiet chapels, walk along the ocean. Let the stillness become sacred. Let solitude become a conversation with God, not a punishment of silence. Sometimes the journey you need most isn't across the world, it's the one that happens inside you. The truth is, loneliness is real, but it doesn't have to rule you. The road can still hold laughter, beauty, and friendship. The trick is to remain open. Open to people, open to grace, open to love returning in unexpected ways. So when you pack your suitcase, don't forget to pack your heart too. It needs care just as much as your body does. Traveling after 70 isn't just about seeing the world, it's about keeping your soul alive while doing it. And that begins with refusing to let loneliness be the loudest voice on the journey. Number 4. Financial vulnerability and scams. Targeting seniors. There's a certain peace that comes from reaching a stage in life where money isn't about ambition anymore. It's about comfort, security, and the freedom to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But that same peace can be quietly threatened the moment you step into unfamiliar territory. Because while travel brings beauty, it also brings opportunists, and they often see senior travelers as their easiest targets. You might not think it could happen to you. After all, you've lived long enough to spot trouble. You've handled finances, raised children, maybe even run a business. But modern scams aren't always loud or obvious. They come dressed in kindness, wrapped in smiles, and delivered through moments of trust, when you're tired, distracted, or simply trying to enjoy yourself. It could be the friendly stranger who offers to help with your luggage, only to walk away with your wallet. The taxi driver who takes the long route while assuring you it's faster. The hotel clerk who accidentally overcharges your card, or the vendor who insists that you must buy now because it's a special local deal. None of it feels dangerous in the moment, until it is. The painful truth is that seniors are often seen as easy marks, because they tend to be polite, trusting, and less likely to confront. But wisdom doesn't mean letting your guard down. It means knowing when to keep it up. Every time you hand over cash, every time you share your card or passport, you're placing trust in someone you don't know. It's not paranoia to be careful, it's self-respect. Financial vulnerability doesn't stop at scams. Travel insurance, medical costs abroad, unexpected cancellations, they all add up. One misplaced bill, one emergency flight, one hospital visit can quickly drain savings meant for years of peace. The hidden danger isn't just being scammed by others, it's being unprepared for what the road might cost. And here's another subtle truth. Pride can sometimes make us careless. You might not want your children worrying, or you might not want to seem unsure, so you go along with something that doesn't feel right. But strength doesn't mean pretending. It means speaking up. Ask for receipts, double-check the bill. Refuse offers that feel rushed or unclear. The confidence to say no is one of the greatest shields you can carry. Technology adds another layer of risk. Public Wi-Fi in airports or cafes may seem convenient, but it's a playground for hackers. One online banking login on an unsecured network can expose everything. A quick text to a hotel representative asking for credit card info might not be real. Every tap and swipe deserves caution, because in this digital age, theft doesn't always happen face to face. But don't let fear steal your joy. Let awareness build your freedom. The goal isn't to stop trusting, it's to trust wisely. Travel with safeguards in place. Keep photocopies of your important documents. Use cards with fraud protection. Share your itinerary with loved ones, so someone always knows where you are. Carry only what you need, and keep valuables close. And if you do get scammed, don't carry the shame. You didn't fail, someone else did. Report it, learn from it, move forward with your dignity intact. Every traveler, young or old, learns from mistakes. The key is to let wisdom grow stronger than fear. There's also a deeper danger beyond money. The emotional weight of betrayal. When you're taken advantage of, it's not just about the dollars lost, it's about trust broken. It can make you question your independence or your ability to travel again. But don't let one dishonest person steal your courage. The world still holds more good hearts than bad ones. At 70 and beyond, your time is precious. Your money, your safety, your peace, they all deserve your protection. So travel with both an open heart and a guarded mind. Smile, but stay aware. Be kind, but stay cautious. Because wisdom isn't about seeing danger everywhere, it's about seeing it clearly so you can walk around it with grace. And when you do, the world opens to you again, not as a threat, but as a stage where your strength, your experience, and your wisdom can still shine. Number 5. The spiritual danger of forgetting gratitude and purpose. When you reach 70 and beyond, every sunrise feels a little more sacred. Every journey, whether across the ocean or just down the road, carries a quiet awareness that time is precious, that truth alone makes travel after 70 one of life's greatest privileges. Yet beneath the excitement of seeing new places, there lies a hidden danger many don't recognize, losing sight of why they travel in the first place. For some, travel becomes a distraction from the fear of slowing down. For others, it's a way to fill the silence left by people or moments that have passed. There's nothing wrong with seeking joy, but when the journey becomes a way to escape reality, rather than embrace it, it begins to lose its power to heal. You can cross every border, see every monument, and still come home feeling empty if your heart isn't anchored in gratitude. The spiritual danger isn't in the journey itself, it's in forgetting the meaning behind it. Traveling should remind us of how big the world is and how small we truly are. It should humble us, not make us restless. When we start chasing destinations as trophies, we risk losing the deeper beauty that age was meant to teach: contentment. Every moment, every breath, every view from a window seat is a gift. But gratitude is what keeps it sacred. Without it, travel becomes just another distraction, another attempt to fill a space only peace can occupy. When you remember to give thanks for the strength to walk, the eyes to see, the heart that still beats, the world transforms. Suddenly, it's not just about where you go, but who you become as you go. There's a reason so many seniors describe a deep shift in perspective when they travel. Standing in front of an ancient cathedral or watching the sun set over the Pacific isn't just beautiful, it's humbling. You begin to feel your life as part of something vast, something eternal. That's the essence of spiritual travel. It brings you back to gratitude, to awe, to the realization that every step forward is grace. But when gratitude fades, dissatisfaction grows. You start comparing to younger travelers, to your past self, to what others can do that you can't anymore. You start wishing for what's gone instead of loving what remains. That's when the soul begins to wander without direction. It's not your body that grows weary, it's your spirit, lost in the pursuit of more. The truth is, aging is not a curse, it's a calling. It's the season when your travels can finally mean something deeper. You no longer need to rush, to prove, to achieve. You get to notice the laughter of children in the streets, the kindness of a stranger, the miracle of still being here to witness it all. Gratitude turns ordinary trips into sacred pilgrimages. When you travel with purpose, whether it's to reconnect with old memories, to marvel at God's creation, or to remind yourself that life still has beauty, you're not running from aging. You're embracing it. You're showing the world what it looks like to live fully, gracefully, and meaningfully in the golden years. There's a peace that comes when you stop counting the miles and start cherishing the moments. Gratitude gives that peace a home. Purpose gives it direction. Together, they protect your spirit from the hidden dangers of wandering without meaning. So before you pack your next suitcase, take a moment to ask yourself, what am I truly seeking on this trip? Is it rest, renewal, connection, healing? Once you know that, every journey becomes holy ground. Because in the end, it's not the number of countries you visit that will matter. It's the number of times your heart whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for letting me see this." That is the real destination. That is the kind of travel that never ends. Conclusion. The journey that still awaits you. At 70 and beyond, the world still calls your name, but differently now. It calls not for speed, but for stillness. Not for adventure alone, but for awareness. You've walked through decades, gathered stories, and earned every wrinkle as proof of a life well lived. And now, the greatest journey isn't just to see new lands, but to walk wisely through the time you have left. Traveling after 70 isn't about fear. It's about faith. It's about honoring your body, guarding your heart, and protecting your peace so that each journey adds life instead of taking it away. There will always be hidden dangers, physical, emotional, financial, even spiritual. But there will also always be beauty waiting beyond them. The secret is to walk carefully, not anxiously. To stay grateful, not afraid. To keep your eyes open, not just to what's ahead, but to the grace that's already here. That's already here. So go see the mountains, watch the oceans, sit beneath the stars. But go with wisdom, with humility, with the deep peace that comes from knowing you've learned what truly matters. The road doesn't end at 70. It just slows down enough for you to finally see how beautiful it's always been.